I wanted to give a quick illustration of something that I experienced while I was at boot camp just a month ago. And at boot camp, or we call it officer training school, there were two types of people, I should say. You've got one type that was called the MTI. And the MTI stands for Military Training Instructor. And what their goal was is to make you feel small, insignificant, and to insult you, and to make you scared of them. And so these MTIs, they were everywhere. They were watching every move that you would make. They would correct everything. Every time you saw one, they wore a certain hat and certain garb. And every time you saw them, your blood pressure would spike. And they would just scream at you, and they would make you give 20 push-ups if you're doing things wrong. You had your MTIs. And then you had your instructors. And the instructors were the officers. And they were the ones that built you up. They were the ones that spoke words of life and encouragement. The MTIs rarely gave you how to make things better. They just tried to make you feel small. And the instructor, and you'd have them maybe 4 to 6 hours a day, they would be teaching you how to do things right and instructing you to how to do things better. And it reminds me of James chapter 3, where he talks about the tongue and how you can use your tongue to tear people down, to make people feel small, to belittle people, or you can use your tongue to lift people up, to edify people, to glorify God by encouraging other people to be themselves, to do better, to glorify God with their activity. And this tongue, this mouth that we have is, in fact, James says it's very similar to like a bridle in a horse's mouth. The horse is huge, and a little bridle can direct that horse to the left or to the right. It's very powerful. And in the church, James says, even in the church, the tongue can be inflamed by the fire of hell. Ask yourself, do you use your words to edify, to build up, or do you use your words, sometimes subtly, to cut people down, to make yourself feel more important by putting other people down? Words are one of the most powerful gifts that we have, and they can be used for God and good, or for Satan in the fires of hell.